most accurate local forecast starts now with meteorologist Brett Thackara.
Hi, everybody. Well, we've reached the calm before the storm stage and the cold before the storm. Really cold this morning, setting the stage for an icy mix tomorrow. We've got Annville behind me at Lebanon Valley College, 24 degrees this morning, a dew point of 19 and clear skies. A lot of us, though, are in the teens actually this morning, and it is a very cold start. A lot of frost out there as well. We're already starting to see some high, thin clouds start to work their way into the west, and we anticipate those to be with us here on and off throughout the day. So still a mainly sunny day, and it will be dry today. But we'll start to notice the leading edge of this storm work its way in. As I mentioned, some of us are in the teens. This cold air setting the stage for this event tomorrow. 16 in York, 19 in Chambersburg. We've got 20s in Lancaster and Harrisburg at 25, 30 in Lebanon, one of the warmer spots. So a lot of places still are colder than yesterday. Over the last 24 hours, about a 5 to 10 degree drop. Allentown and Lebanon, New York City, a bit of an exception, a little warmer than yesterday, but on the whole, it is chilly out. We've got an area of low pressure sitting off the Canadian coast, producing some snow showers there. But the main storm that we are watching is back in Chicago. You'll notice a lot of rain, a lot of warm air with this. And that's why we anticipate this to be a mixed event. Now, the cold air we've got in place, that's the reason why, as this moisture starts to head toward us, it's going to hit that wall of cold air and do a little bit of a changeover. So we've got a wintry mix headed our way. It's going to interact with the cold air that's in place right now. This wedge of high pressure will start to retreat, giving way to this what we call overrunning precipitation, overrunning a layer of very cold air. Behind this storm for Friday and Saturday, it turns blustery and cold again going into the weekend. And it's going to be chilly. It should be this time of year, right? So we've got some thin clouds starting to work their way in here today. Overnight, after midnight, we will start to see a period of snow and sleet develop. And for most of the morning, I think it's going to be sleeting, quite frankly, with some freezing rain mixing in. And then you'll notice this tries to have this cold conveyor change everything back over to all snow for the afternoon. I think it's going to be more of a snow-sleet mix, and then eventually we get over to all rain, which most of our southern tier will be for most of the day. By the nighttime hours, it is all rain, and that will continue here into Friday morning before we see an exit of this storm, and then things turn blustery again here behind it. So I think the winds are going to pick up later today and tonight from the east. That is going to help to fuel more moisture for this. And it's also going to lock in that cold air, perhaps changing things back over to snow for a period of time in the afternoon, especially for our northern counties. You'll notice that breeze continues here into the day on Friday. So here's what we can expect: a mixture of snow and sleet. Really from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pockets of freezing rain as we head into the later part of the morning. And then in the afternoon, a mix of snow and sleet to the north, freezing rain and rain in our southern tier counties. And that icy mix could linger through the evening and overnight in our northern tier counties. But I think rain for most of us, especially by tomorrow afternoon. This snowfall chart really tells the story. Our southern tier counties, not much. This is also taking into account some sleet. So for many of us, just 1 to 2 slushy inches of snow and sleet. It's going to be one of those just messy storms. We can also see the ice. There will be some ice buildup, especially with some of the sleet that is going to occur here, and that is our concern, especially on those secondary surfaces. So travel is going to be hazardous in the morning tomorrow, but by evening I think we improve, because by that point most of it is going to be just wet as temperatures do climb above freezing. So there's really not a great snowfall forecast to put out. Most of this is going to be ice. A slushy mix, less than 2 inches here for most areas, but I think the best chance to see some heavier snow and sleet over 3 inches would be on South Mountain, some of the elevations, and then some of the areas here to the north, like northern Dauphin, Lebanon counties, and to the northwest, especially if we start to see that precipitation change back to snow in the afternoon. It's a complex storm, folks, but we know it's going to be icy, especially in the morning. Mostly sunny and chilly today. That cold air tonight is going to do the trick, down below freezing at 29, with snow and sleet developing here after midnight. And then you'll notice here that sticks with us into Friday morning as some showers. It turns breezy and colder for the weekend. We, of course, will have more coming up. Stay with us.